This is Newcap News with Lauren Poland.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We are getting the final word from former Bobcats head coach Brian Curran tonight.
Yeah, finally told everyone where he was going, and we'll have plenty of that and more coming up in sports.
And Gerard, it was a fantastic day today, but it was also a rather special day for you. It's your birthday today.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Laura. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you made it really special for me today for sure. And yeah, you're right. Gorgeous day to be out.
Couldn't ask for a better one.
Yeah, if I wasn't doing this shift now, I'd probably join. I hope some folks are going to put on their running shoes and go this evening. We are not even going to negative digits later on this evening. That is unreal. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. +9 at the moment. We saw that temperature strolling just at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Similar story happening in Cold Lake and area, +8 and an 11 over there in the Battlefords. Increasing cloud cover as the afternoon is going along, and the winds have been gusting for the better part of the day at the moment. That's what you're dealing with out of the southeast, anywhere from 22 to 33. These are the conditions here with no real precipitation on the overnights, and of course, as I hinted there, plus digits on the overnights. We're going down to the details coming up a little later in the cast.
As temperatures continue to rise in the border city, so does the risk of wildfires. Grass fires are a rare occurrence this time of year, but after an unusually dry winter, conditions are just right.
In the fall, there was very little moisture. We've had next to no snow coverage all winter, no moisture in the snow that was there. Conditions are right. There's a lot of deadfall, a lot of tall dead grass from last winter, and it can happen, and it can happen quick.
The Britannia Wilton Fire Department was called out to a grass fire near Hillmond yesterday.
If you have burning barrels and things like that on your properties, make sure the lids stay on them. Make sure you don't light them and leave them unsupervised. I know that we've talked about it before with people discarding cigarettes out windows and things like that. It is dry enough that those things can start fires.
Captain Buckingham says the best way to prevent a fire is to exercise extreme caution. It's a number that may surprise you. Only 70% of students across Canada actually finish their high school degree. And it's a stat that has the attention of the Lloydminster Public School Division, as its grad rates hover right around the national average. Next, more on how the LPSD is tackling the troubling issue.
Toward excellence together. It's posted in plain view in hopes of driving home a simple message of success. But student success rates aren't as high as you might think.
Still 3 out of 10 kids aren't completing high school.
It's a stat that has the Lloydminster Public School Division concerned.
It's something that we're trying to address and put some things in place to ensure that more students successfully graduate from high school.
Those most affected are students of minorities, but Robinson says the problem still faces everyone. And the LPSD has added multiple programs to give students a second chance.
Credit recovery was pretty much a lifesaver for me. I mean, it saved me an extra semester.
This semester we had about 60 students that were eligible for the credit recovery, and probably about 40 of them ended up getting a credit through just doing that one assessment. So it was quite successful.
One of the biggest changes this year, starting student success meetings, giving teachers the opportunity to come together weekly to discuss kids at risk.
Each teacher brings 3 or more students that they're concerned about to the meeting to talk about some possible strategies or ideas that other people have for how they can help them.
And the extra effort has paid off.
In semester 1 of all the classes that were taken at LCHS, just over 90% of those classes were completed successfully.
A stat that brings optimism. Grad rates are on the rise, but experts say success is a group effort.
It's not just about a student taking on that ownership that it's up to them to pass. It's up to us as teachers to help them pass.
Welcome words for high school senior Connor, who's looking forward to post-secondary thanks to his passing grades.
I appreciate it more than anyone will ever know that someone took the extra time to just make sure I passed.
When people need it the most, the power of giving is still alive and well. The community of Dewberry is no exception, pulling together to help 2 of their own through a trying time.
It began with a plea for help, but for Rob and Maureen Waldorf, it resulted in a community-wide effort to get them the help they desperately needed. Rob Waldorf suffers from MS and wanted to get CCSVI liberation treatment. The only problem was it carries a hefty price tag.
My MS was really, I've had it for 22 years and it was taking its toll on me. And I knew I had to try something. And the only thing that I could try wasn't available in Canada.
To make the situation worse, his wife Maureen had breast cancer, was undergoing chemotherapy in Edmonton, and could not help her husband complete daily tasks. This is where the community of Dewberry stepped in.
After a while I realized once I got through the chemo, I go thinking, well, I've got breast cancer. Yes, my body has changed, but I'm still the same person I have always been. So, I mean, that's what kept me going, and knowing that Rob was behind me, you know, and then the community, if I ever needed them, they were there to listen or, you know, or give me some advice or something.
After noticing donations from family and close friends were not going to cover the cost of the CCSVI treatment, Rob sent out a plea for help. He reached out, and the community reached back, changing his life forever.
I had another neighbor here in town that has MS, and he told me all about going down to California to get it done. And that sold me right away. I wanted to get it done. So then I put out a poster to the community to see if they would help me get the funds to get it done. And they came across. It was fantastic.
The Waldorfs are forever grateful to the community that allowed them to deal with this together.
You know, it's just a way to say thank you to the community for all that they've done, and we really do appreciate what they have done for us.
That was fantastic. Who could I ask for better to accompany me than my wife, my caregiver?
Rob and Maureen continue to recover from their treatment and are forever indebted to the small town of Dewberry. William Robertson, Newcap News,